I want to just start off by saying you are so lacking self-awareness. When you give such a lackluster performance and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talk it. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little like, we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. If you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street, you failed.
Hey, yo, my man, listen, James. Let me explain something to you, bro. May said it exactly like you 60. You 60, what are you talking about? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. When you had Shakur with you, when you line Young Boy NBA up, why the f you got Shakur with you? And this is why he acting like that. Talking about you got Young Boy NBA umbrellas and his keys to car. Young Boy NBA told y'all to eat a This is what he said. This is what Young Boy NBA said. Drake is beefing with Kendrick Lamar as we speak. I have not heard, this is the first time Drake got into some and I hear you say to Kendrick Lamar now. Why do you think that you could tell us what we can and cannot say, my Control your
What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy, Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. It's cool to be smart. On today's episode, man, we gonna be talking about MASE and Camron responding to Jay Prince about Shakur Stevenson. Let's talk about it. So I don't know if people knew this or not, but Jay Prince has been in the boxing business for a really long time. Like, he's been manager, promoter, really long time, right? He managed Andre Ward. I don't know if people knew that or not. He managed Andre Ward. He manages Shakur Stevenson. He almost managed Mike Tyson before Don King got him. I actually read that in his book, The Order of Respect. So I didn't even know that, but I did know he managed Andre Ward, and I did know that he also managed Shakur Stevenson, right? So that's the reason that he even speaking up for Shakur, you know what I mean? And even, talking about the situation. So pretty much what's going on is, Jay Prince, he went ahead and spoke on the situation with Shakur and Cam, where he and MASE, he felt like they were ganging up on him, right? And he pretty much letting them know, like, hey, I handle all of Shakur Stevenson's out of the ring activities. If you got some type of smoke, bring that towards me, right? And Cam and MASE, as y'all saw, they took offense to that, because they like, hold on, man, it's so many other people that then disrespected you and talk crazy to you, and you didn't really say nothing, or people that you cool with and you didn't say nothing about that, but you addressing us about our opinion on the fight, right? Which, okay, so I'm break this down both ways, right? When he was talking about like the Drake situation and Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, and he like, I didn't hear you speak on that. It, in my opinion, it wasn't really nothing for Jay Prince to speak on. You know what I mean? Like, that's just man to man. They one-on-one. It's a rap battle. It ain't like, they were jumping him. Drake chose to speak to all them other guys, but really it was between him and Kendrick. So where would Jay Prince, where would he be the person to speak on that? Like, that's a rap battle, so that really didn't have nothing to do with him. Now, if it was something physical, like when they alleged that Diddy slapped Drake, right? Jay Prince did speak to that. You know what I'm saying? He said that he let Diddy know that, because you put hands on Drake and Drake is my family, you open it up for people from members of your family to be touched. You know what I mean? I remember that. So it's not like, it ain't no selective politicking in that case, right? Same with Whack 100. Whack 100 did say a lot of disrespectful things, right? Nothing ever actually happened from that, but on Clubhouse, he be on there, they say a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he said some things to Jay Prince. Jay Prince held his composure and he spoke to that situation and just let it be known, like, how he felt about Buddy, and it is what it is. And if they ever ran into each other, it just gonna be what it's gonna be. You know, Jay Prince is a boss. At the end of the day, man, bosses don't. He not finna get his hands dirty and no, you know, one-on-one head up with Whack 100. You know, that's just not how that works. You know, so I understand that standpoint. Now, what I do agree with Mace and Cam, what I do agree, especially what Mace said, is when he said that Shakur Stevenson, Jay Prince had Shakur Stevenson next to him when he was speaking to NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, oh, they broke in your house and stole your umbrellas and your keys. I got your umbrellas and your keys. I personally didn't like that when he did that and putting Shakur in that video. You know what I'm saying? Shakur is a professional boxer. He's not a goon. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even have no parts in no videos like that. And maybe that did make him feel like he could be jumping out there and tweeting back and forth in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because he has the backing of Jay Prince. I didn't like that either. So I agree with them there. I don't think he has no business doing a video like that. You know what I'm saying? Same when he was there with the Offset. You know, when Offset was unalive, transition to peace to Offset. I don't like Shakur being in places like that late at night, you know, gambling and guns and low security. I just don't feel like that's smart for him. So there are aspects where I did agree with Cam and Mace. But what it really comes down to is Cam and Mace have a sports podcast. You know what I'm saying? They have a sports podcast. Whether you agree with their opinion or not, right? They're entitled to it. They are entitled to speak how they feel about certain situations. You know what I'm saying? They're entitled to it, right? They are. They entitled to their opinion. So nobody can come tell them, you know, what they can or can't say, right? And I don't think that's what Jay Prince was saying. I think he was just saying, like, you know, just talking some boxing trash, bro. If you in tune with the sport of boxing, trash gets talked. People say all type of crazy stuff. Promoters say all type of crazy stuff. Managers say all type of crazy stuff. That's the sport of boxing, bro. It hypes up the fight. You know what I mean? And I just think from that back and forth interaction, that brought a lot more attention and light to Shakur, who, once again, in my opinion, right, I enjoy Shakur Stevenson's style of boxing. I know how difficult it is. I know, like, I don't, if people really understood how skilled you'd have to be to have the level of defense, head movement, counter punching, you know what I mean, just quickness, ring awareness, ring IQ that Shakur Stevenson has to make it look like it's that easy, right? Like he makes it look way easier than what it is. You know what I mean? Same with Boots. You know, Boots, as showtimey as Boots is, he make it look way easier than it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's a two-sided coin, because people were getting on Shakur about not letting his hands go, which he didn't. Which I've been an advocate of that. When Shakur can get somebody out of there and knock them out, he needs to. He needs to. You know what I'm saying? He needs to. He should have knocked Artem out. He should have knocked Artem out, because it was there. The knockout was there. He should have let his hands go. I agree with that. When there's opportunities to knock a guy out, get him out of there, he should do that. I agree with that part. But to say his style of fighting is boring, I don't agree with that, because just me as a boxing fan, I enjoy his style of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy the art of boxing. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that particular situation, man. In regards to, but what I was saying is a two-sided coin, because they talking about Shakur be boring, right? Oh, you know, he don't take enough chances, he don't let his hands go. But then I heard everybody talking about Boots, like, oh, Boots not ready for cover because he was getting hit too much in his last fight, you know, which he did on purpose, because he was walking Buddy down and he wanted to knock him out by the 5th round. And then when they compared the analytics, he only got hit like 5 more times than Crawford did when he fought the same opponent. So he just walked him down. He didn't respect his power. Everybody know Boots is very, very crafty. Everybody know Boots is very, very solid. Everybody know Boots' defense is second to none. You know what I mean? So you know, I believe this is because of that Jake Paul era, man. And no disrespect to Jake Paul, who's become a pretty okay fighter for his skill level and his experience level, right? He has become a pretty okay fighter for his experience level and his overall level and the amount of time he put into the sport, right, to the craft. But what he did, because he put a lot more eyes on boxing, he brought a lot more casual fans towards boxing who really don't know what they be talking about. Like, you can tell when people don't know what they talking about. Like, they just say anything and it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It don't be making no sense. And it's like, for somebody, that's like if somebody watch football and they can't break it down. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that wide receiver did a really good job, you know, getting free off the line of scrimmage. Look at his footwork. Look how he broke Buddy down. Look, the corner tried to jam him and the safety came over the top and he still, you know, the quarterback froze him with his eyes to get him to, you know what I'm saying? It's there's an intellectual aspect to every sport and it's levels to it. And the more that you view the sport, the more that you enjoy the sport, the more you appreciate the different levels and aspects of the sport. That's what boxing is to me. Now, a lot more casuals are in it, so a lot more money's in it, and that's a good thing. But, you know, at the same time, you just want to be educated on what you're speaking about. I don't always agree with, you know, everything that anybody has to say, right? Whether that's Cam or Mace, whether that's Shannon Sharp. I mean, just you're not going to always agree with everybody, but I can respect people that put more time into their opinion, because then you can understand it more. You know, I think the boring Shakur stuff is just like a popular narrative, because I don't care what nobody say. They did that with Floyd. They said the same thing with Floyd. It was the same literally narrative. Say the same thing with Bud. Remember when he left Top Rank and they were talking about, oh, he can't sell a fight. We lose money on him every time. He don't sell no fights. He's not exciting. He's not marketable. Remember when they were saying that about Bud? Come on, bro. I mean, every boxer pretty much goes through this. So, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.